Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. It was way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so...
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Denver Broncos.
The kickoff for Denver.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
In your face!
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Results in a
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Completes it to Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Take it.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
On the carry.
On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. Christian McCaffrey playing against the Broncos here. And McCaffrey from the Denver area played his high school ball in Highlands Ranch south of downtown. And, of course, Father Ed, a longtime receiver, a very good one for. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chris Manhertz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
At their own 25-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Locke. Rolling to his right. Open man. He completes it to Judy. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
Is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Nothing.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Panthers 14-7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Curtis Samuel on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's the All-Pro Von Miller who came in to belt him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Oh, that was dangerous. Thrown into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos.
Number 14.
Cortland Sutton. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The kick is
and it's up and good.
That ties the game at 14. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
And at the 42-yard line.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd down, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to Chris Manhurst.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they'll try for it here on 4th. Bridgewater and company stay out there. Here's Bridgewater. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
3-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Again, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Panthers 21, Broncos 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke, flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
To Noah Fant.
A gain of 22.
A gain of 22 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Shedding through the defense. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
32.
Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Noah Fant.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on third and long. Lock. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for it.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 33 yards that time.
49-yard line.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. On third down, Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
24.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lock. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This time they stay on the ground, and that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Fielded at the 33. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is McCaffrey on the give. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He completes this to Sutton. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
3-yard gain on the
I always
play.
laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Locke. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it. They do go for it. It's Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes this 1. Broncos 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So, sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First down, Broncos.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. This is the tight end fan. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Looking to throw again on second down. Locke, and the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
Touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
Brendan McManus lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Panthers 31, Broncos 28. Brendan McManus to kick off for
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
A gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
The Broncos.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jerry Judy with his 14th of the game. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Broncos 35, Panthers 31.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Throwing, Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
Is a turnover on down.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Lindsey, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Locke working out of the gun. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 1st down Broncos as Locke finds Judy. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Oh, good move. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Operating from the gun. Locke. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 Short able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. Now the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
At their own 44.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And 11 at the 43.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 25.
On play action, Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Locke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
18 on the play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy.
A gain of 20.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Drew Lock sacked.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. To try again after the sack. Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Locke to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
24-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt. Time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson in the final minute. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Second and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. To throw is Locke. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Denver.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
The tackle by Jeremy Chin. A gain of 4. It's
back to throw. Locke. That's caught over the middle by Fant. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
A gain of 7. First down, Broncos.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Now Locke. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
For Jake Butt. Incomplete. Brings up second down and 15 yards to go.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. Clock now to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Block on the give, it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Locke. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That catch good for only a couple. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that can turn into the big play you're looking for.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Locke to throw. And it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
What can Bridgewater do in the OT? Flushed out right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can score in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Let's go.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little...